Welcome back to StockInvest.us. Today, we're tackling a critical topic that impacts everyone: inflation. You've probably heard about it in the news or noticed it when prices at the grocery store or gas station rise. But what exactly is inflation, and how does it affect your finances? Let's break it down and discuss what you can do to protect your money. Inflation is the rate at which prices for goods and services increase over time. In simple terms, it means that the same amount of money buys less than it did before. For example, 10 years ago, a loaf of bread might have cost $2, but today, that same loaf might cost $3. Inflation is measured using metrics like the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which tracks the average price changes of common goods and services. Understanding how inflation is quantified helps us grasp its real-world implications. There are several types of inflation that you should be aware of. Demand pull inflation occurs when demand for goods and services exceeds supply, causing prices to rise. Cost push inflation happens when production costs increase, leading businesses to raise their prices. Lastly, built-in inflation arises from rising wages, creating a cycle of increasing costs. Understanding these types helps explain why inflation occurs and its diverse impacts on the economy. So, how does inflation affect you personally? Inflation impacts nearly every aspect of your financial life. One major effect is decreased purchasing power, meaning your money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Additionally, money in savings accounts can lose value if the interest rate doesn't keep pace with inflation. This erosion can significantly impact your long-term financial health. Everyday expenses like rent, food, and transportation also become more expensive due to inflation. However, moderate inflation can encourage spending and investing, which supports economic growth. So, how can you protect your money from the negative effects of inflation? One strategy is to invest in assets that typically outpace inflation, such as stocks, real estate, and commodities like gold. You might also consider using inflation-protected investments, like Treasury inflation-protected securities, or TIPS, and funds that focus on inflation-resistant sectors. Diversifying your portfolio can also help mitigate risk in an inflationary environment. It's crucial to spread investments across various asset classes to enhance stability. Another practical step is to review and adjust your budget regularly. Tracking your spending and cutting back on non-essential items can help you manage rising costs more effectively. Not all inflation is inherently bad, though. Low to moderate inflation can actually encourage spending and investment, driving economic growth. On the other hand, high inflation can significantly reduce purchasing power and destabilize economies. Understanding this balance is essential for economic health. Deflation, the opposite of inflation where prices drop, can also harm the economy by reducing demand. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve, aim to keep inflation around 2% annually, a level considered healthy. When planning for your financial future, it's vital to account for inflation. This is especially true for long-term goals like retirement, where your savings need to grow faster than inflation. Major purchases, such as buying a home or car, can also be affected by rising costs if you don't plan ahead. Understanding inflation helps you make informed decisions about saving, spending, and investing. By being proactive and educated about inflation and its effects, you can better navigate your financial situation and work towards achieving your financial goals. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more financial tips. Share your thoughts in the comments.